Alright, so this is my Danchee RidgeRock. I've never made a YouTube video, but so far the obvious is Proline Hyrax tires. I did the pin spring mod, which basically lowers the vehicle. Gives you a way better CG, and then got some 1/4 inch brake line, some 8/32 all thread, made my own custom links. Because once you get big tires, your steering, the plastic links will flex, and then after bashing about, I've ended up breaking some of my forelinks. So, without further ado, if you get your line right and get the correct traction with the low CG, this thing, it's hard to shoot and drive, so now you have to bear with me here. I've never shot video and tried to film at the same time, so this could be real bad. Yeah, I can't drive one-handed, it seems to save my life, so. Granted, this is one-handed driving, I've never done this. But again, straight up pretty much. I mean, if you look at the angles there, that is pretty darn near straight up. And when you lower your CG, that is what you get. Honestly, fabrics are going to give you different tractions, obviously, but I haven't really gone outside. It's been colder and just haven't really dealt with that much. But lowering your CG, giving yourself a little bend for more clearance. I did the servo mod, and it won't focus there. But those are the DS3216 Metal Gear $16 Amazon special servos. They are, I think, for the money, more than you can ask for, really. They come with the aluminum servo horn, which that by itself is about $7 through most hobby shops, and it comes with that for about $16 a pop. I bought 4 of them for like $53. The wheels, I cut and shut those. I took about a quarter to 3/8 of an inch out of the wheels. By cutting and shutting the wheel, you pinch the wheel closer together, giving yourself more sidewall, more outside diameter. Let me think. Just out of the box, these things are very impressive as they are. I got these things on Black Friday for 109 bucks. I think they go for 119 currently. Totally worth it. You have 4 different modes of steering. My camera will not focus for anything, looks like. So yeah, long story short, if you're wanting to get into RC crawling, great little budget crawler, 380 motors on axle, which keeps your CG, again, super low. The motor is built into your axle, keeping your CG basically at the axle point. No other added weight besides the tires and the links. The Metal Gear servos add a little bit of weight, but again, that's on the axle, so it's unsprung weight, which is really good. Oh, I guess another thing I didn't really mention, my tires, I made sure when I cut and shut them, I glued them exceptionally well. that right there is a one-way valve out of like a typical sports ball. You can order them on eBay. It's a needle valve. Drill yourself a hole, install it, glue it, and then I run actual air pressure in my tires, and I can air them up to where they're almost 8 inches in diameter for more ground clearance, or I can air them all the way down to where the tire really sags and bites. I cut my body down because the body, here, I'll show you a stock. The stock Danchee pretty much looks just like that. And you've got a lot of side. This is my son's. He's 6 and he absolutely loves it. And for him, I mean, this thing box stock, I mean, I've cut every other lug. It gives them a little bit more traction, but honestly, for a starter RC, I mean, it's got 4-wheel steering, it has proportional throttle and steering, so, and all the parts are replaceable, so it's basically hobby grade. I just think, from the standpoint of building a full-on comp crawler, like custom build comp crawler that cost 15 to 2 grand, roughly, that this thing for just over $100, you can have tons of fun and not be into the hobby or the sport for very much. So anyway, I think that's really about it. Those are Traxxas ends for the links if you want to build them. There's tons of videos out there on custom links. I think they're Traxxas 5347 link ends, 8/32, all thread and 1/4 inch brake line tubing. Just buy it in the straight. You can buy 3 feet of the 8/32 at Lowe's and 1/4 inch at O'Reilly's or whatever your local auto parts store is. You can just get 3 feet lengths of straight 1/4 inch brake tubing and go to town, make yourself some links. I did have an 8/32 tap for the Revo ends, these Traxxas 5347s. I don't think you really need it. The all-thread will go in. It just takes patience and time. But it's kind of how it works with this hobby. And I haven't done it all the way around, but I am working on... yeah, my stupid phone will not focus real well. But I've cut away right here on the axle tube. And this actually broke, so it's super close, but with that I get more throw out of my steering because it's not bumping and catching. So just something to keep in mind. I'll probably be doing some updates all the way around, and maybe if the actual steering knuckles aren't going to hold up, if they're going to break, I'll just cut them down, shorten them, and then get more throw out of them, which in turn is a nice mod because you gain more steering angle. So more to come. If you guys are interested, I do have on RC Crawler Forum, just Danchee RidgeRock, just doing a little build. It's just a cheap budget build, fun little sport. Crawling, I mean, the stock battery pack that comes in that, bone stock, it'll get you 45 minutes to an hour of crawling. That's the cool thing about the sport. You can just totally, it's all about technical driving and skill and finding the right line, because literally you get the right kind of traction, the right CG, you can almost go straight up and down. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. It's stupid long, and like I said, it's my first video. I just was trying to get something posted because there's a few people on RC Crawler that would like to see a video of this thing in action. And like I said, with low CG, you can pretty much traction granted and everything. You can drive it straight up and down. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this less than 10 minutes, hopefully, and you guys can enjoy it. All right.